Tonight, City Lights spark energy. South versus East in a city battle. Fast serves.
Super serve!
Swift blocks.
Another incredible block that.
Double clashes on the court.
Rush ball.
It's the Calicut Heroes versus the Kolkata Thunderbolts. Then, the Delhi Toofans face the Chennai Blitz. North versus South. City pride at stake. Welcome to Prime Volleyball, where dreams play out.
Get set for a fun and frolic Friday at the RR Kabil Prime Volleyball League powered by Scapia. Two former champions in action in match one, and then followed by two teams who are still contenders for those semi-final spots up for grabs. We will come to you live from the GMC Balayogi Indoor Stadium in Hyderabad. 24 matches done, 15 days done. This is day 16 of our coverage, and when you spend 2 weeks with a few people, slowly and steadily some of the secrets sort of tumble out, and these two to my left, generally very nice, very well behaved, but as I said, you spend some time with them and you get to discover things that are slightly more textured. I've heard some mischievous episodes about your childhood from the two of you. Do you want to make those confessions on camera, or do we move on to volleyball?
Can't trust anyone around here, can you? Can't trust anyone over here in the way. No, where I come from, you've just got to stick up for yourself.
And
so
he's got friends in the Scotland Yard, I believe. What that real story was, I won't reveal that. But Carla, you've also not been a very nice child.
I've been a nice child. I
But?
was just cheating sometimes in school. Sometimes. I'm so sorry, Mum. She doesn't know yet. I'm so sorry. Just a little. You know, not much. Just.
it's quite a late apology now, though.
Yeah, I also feel sorry for the Calicut Heroes fans. Very quickly segueing into volleyball, the Calicut Heroes have lost 5 in a row. Their campaign is pretty much over. We've got to take a look at the points table to see where they are. Right at the bottom, 5 matches, 5 losses, and in fact 3 of them have been by 3-0. Their last game, they pushed the Bengaluru Torpedoes to 5 sets and then ended up losing that game. Take a look at that, minus 37. The points difference, the set differences as well. It's just not worked out for them, Carla. But we've got to talk about the positives. At the auction, they went really big on Mohammad Shamimuddin, a very talented blocker. He's perhaps been their lone positive in this campaign so far. Shamim?
Yes, Shamim is doing a great job. He has 10 blocks, so he's listed at least in the top 3, top 2. So he's a really good player and he supports the team. He needs more in his team to step up, and he needs a little more help. I mean, last game he's been feeded quite a lot and he scored, so he did it amazingly. And but he can't be the only one.
I agree. It's second or third in blocks, but he's 12th overall, which means he's not getting used as much as what he could be from Ukra, and that's a big thing. I'm sure we'll talk about later, but I'd love to see him get more involved. That's also down to the pass not being there, of course.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think they spent as much as 22.5 lakhs to get Shamim in that lineup at the auction. So individually, I suppose he has justified his price tag. But we've got to take a very hard look at their campaign. 5 losses. Mohan Ukra Pandyan, one of Indian volleyball's biggest names, highly respected man as well. The team's captain, one of India's best setters ever. Louis, for you, a very objective view on what he has done. He's clearly the vital cog. What is his report card in your mind as captain, as the team's number 1
If I was going to give him marks out of 10, I'd give him a 6.
Okay.
For the season, I think defensively you can see he's putting himself on the floor a little bit more, which is amazing. We love that. But overall, I think I'd like to see him run that middle a little bit more than what we've seen. Yeah. We spoke about it last year a lot. Daniel Mortazedi, obviously a former Thunderbolt as well, so it's his derby this evening, by the way, is that he doesn't like to run the middle, and I'd love to see him run it a little bit more. But he's putting the effort in. I think it's been tough because the hitters haven't made good sort of decisions around him either, so they're probably not making him look overly good.
Yeah, I love those little dumplings that Mohan Ukra Pandyan comes up with. We call it the Ukra special. This league is special as well because of the format that's been designed so intelligently. 7 league games followed by the semis, and every game is a best of 5. Every set is a race to 15, but we've seen some really long sets, and that's what Kolkata will want to avoid tonight. Remember, if you win 3-0 or 3-1, you get 3 points. That's what Kolkata are looking for because they now have just 3 games left. They need to win all their games by 3-0 or 3-1 so that they get 3 points on the points table. 9 points will do the job for Kolkata. That's what they're looking at. However, if this goes to 5 sets, the winning team gets only 2 and the losing team takes home 1 point as a consolation. Now, the Kolkata Thunderbolts have to win, and they have to win big. They were shocked by the Goa Guardians last night. Big serving Goa Guardians, and we saw how their service reception was a huge struggle. You saw Pankaj and Sebastian struggling as well. If Kolkata don't do that well, they can't expect to compete.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare that Goa Guardians, though, to the Heroes serving, it's completely different because Goa didn't have their serving last night. They made so many service errors, but in this game against the Thunderbolts, they were unbelievable from the service line. I think Calicut is something like 10% less successful with their spin serves, 5% less successful with their float serves, and I think that will give the service itself will give a lot more time for Pankaj, especially to move his feet to be able to get the ball in, and that means that they'll be able to get Martin Takavar in as well, and he's one of the best middles in the league, but he hasn't had the service that he would have liked. They won't be receiving many of those, I don't think, KB.
I'm going to ask you a very rookie question. When you're in the back line, if you're defending, if you're receiving a serve, you've got to stay very low like you do in the slips in cricket? Or are you okay with big players standing up? Because the higher you are, it's tougher to go down, right?
Yes, defending and receiving, you need to be low. So the lowest point you have, the more easy it is to get a clear and nicely pass. So the setter has all possibilities.
Do you think you could give us a demonstration?
I can actually, but you are the one who does I want to show, you know, it's about the pictures, like you have to be really down. And actually the Kolkata Thunderbolts are doing...
I'm not seeing it, sorry.
Yes, but defensively, they do it really well, I have to say. And I'm really looking forward because it's fun to watch them. They have a great defense. And yeah, sure, if they receive today well, they have good chances, especially because Calicut Heroes are not famous for their great serves.
They're playing for pride. They have nothing to lose. They will come out hard against the Kolkata Thunderbolts. We've got 2 more games left after this, one against Hyderabad and the other against the Delhi Toofans. Now, that might just be a shootout between Delhi and Kolkata. Both those teams in contention. There is Kolkata, there is Delhi as well as Chennai, the other team as well. So that one on the 22nd of October, which I think is going to be our last league game, that might give us the final semi-final picture. Now, Kolkata having to play 3 more games, including the one tonight. They've got to win very quickly. Carla, if you were the Kolkata coach, what would your game plan be for Kolkata in this game against Calicut?
Receive well and have tactically good blocking because of the fast set of Calicut. So they need a good block defense tonight. Very important.
For you?
From the Calicut side?
For Kolkata.
From Kolkata side.
I would be looking very much on how we can get the best out of Ashwell Rai. So I'd be looking more at our side because in the last game, I championed him before he went out because he played really well the game before. But he just looked really a bit more timid. You saw him dropping his arm a lot, which usually means he's quite vulnerable and scared to make a mistake. Do you want me to stand up and show you? I deserve that. So I would like to see him stay more aggressive in every action, and especially in transition. So transition is the phase of the game where my team have just made a dig, so not when we're receiving serve. I think he has a 15% kill rate in transition, which isn't enough. They need more from the right.
I think he needs to bring out the version we saw when they beat the Chennai Blitz 3-0. If Kolkata can play at that level, you know, they are near unbeatable. So that's where you are. Then they'll also want to be very careful with their call for the Scapia Super Point, which can be used before the team has reached the 12-point mark. It's a big test for both the coaches. Remember, if you win a Super Point, you get 2 instead of 1. And if you lose it, the opposition gets 2 points. The Bank of Baroda Super Serve as well. Now, that's an area that will be tested, especially for the Kolkata Thunderbolts. Can they be adventurous? Can they go aggressive with their serves? If they do, and if they hit a serve which is not touched by any opposition player, they will get 2 points. It's called the Bank of Baroda Super Serve in this league, and that's something that really stirs the pot and revs up the game and makes viewing this league even more fun. Now, tricky question. Kolkata Calicut. Calicut nothing to lose. They'll come hard. Kolkata having to win. To me, it's a more even contest than it seems on paper. So I'm going to ask you to make the prediction tonight. Go for it.
Yeah, I spent an hour or 2 in my room collating all of my research. I was deciding, you know, this sits with me so tough all day.
Finish.
And I decided that, you know, the favourites here are the Thunderbolts.
Get to the point.
So I'm going, because the odds are with the Thunderbolts, I'm going for a 3-0 win for the Calicut Heroes. because I've decided just to go on the opposite to what everything tells me. It's nothing personal. I'm just fed up of trying to predict.
Why are you being so defensive? Say it. 3-0.
3-0 Calicut Heroes because it's against everything I researched.
Okay, Carla. Go.
Normally I would go for the Thunderbolts, but as we learned from the last days, they are under pressure and need to win. I will just go for Calicut Heroes that at the end maybe Kolkata wins. It's unpredictable.
My takeaway from this show is #nothing personal. Big game coming up. It is the Calicut Heroes and the Kolkata Thunderbolts in action. Two former champions. This should be a cracker. Kolkata having to win this one to go through, and Calicut playing for pride. Live action coming up on the other side of this break on the Sony Sports Network and on YouTube. Stay tuned, won't you?
Good evening, Hyderabad! Welcome to Season 4 of RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League powered by Scapia. As we enter the second half of the league, all clashes will only get more nerve-wracking. And to start off with, today we have the first match of the evening. Calicut Heroes versus Kolkata Thunderbolts! At the toss today, Calicut won and chose to receive. Now let's welcome our referees for the match today. First referee, Mr. M.I. Shamim. Second referee, Mr. Parveen Kokar. And technical official, Mr. Ajit Singh.
Welcome once again to the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League powered by Scapia. There are two teams who are perched on opposing ends of the points table. Calicut Heroes take on the Kolkata Thunderbolts in match number 25. Even as the race for the semi-finals heats up. A look at the points table will reveal that Kolkata will look at this as a must-win game, and a must-win game it is indeed if they should harbour hopes of a semi-final. But Calicut, with 5 defeats from as many games, will be playing for pride and will be looking to play party spoilers. Time now to introduce both the teams. And we have Sarthak Bar over there to take you. Over to you, Sarthak.
In another 10 days, we shall crown the champions of Season 4. And we're going to begin this 16th day now by welcoming the inaugural champions. Come on in, the Kolkata Thunderbolts.
The Kolkata Thunderbolts have found themselves in a rather unusual position. They were the inaugural champions, but after their opening defeat, they ratcheted up the ante and won 2 games back-to-back against the Kochi Blue Spikers and the Chennai Blitz and secured a maximum of 6 points from both those outings. But then the 0-3 thrashing against the Goa Guardians must have set the cat amongst the pigeons. So Calicut Heroes will be in their line of sight as Ashwal Rai, Rahul, Hari Prasad and company will be looking to get their A game on. Also looking to make amends will be the former Bengaluru captain Pankaj Sharma, who was unusually off colour in the last game.
The defending champions totally need a miraculous turnaround. Let's welcome the Calicut Heroes!
It's been a forgettable season for the defending champions. For the Calicut Heroes have really had very, very little to cheer about. And until the previous game, they had won only a solitary set. But the Calicut Heroes will be looking to notch up their first win after an encouraging showing against the Bengaluru Torpedoes, where they ran Bengaluru rather close. Ugra Pandyan will once again hold the key to the Calicut Heroes, but also waiting for the turn in the spotlight are the likes of Tarusha Jamaat and Usama Rehman, who haven't had too much game time, especially the latter. But they will be looking to play for pride and definitely be a party spoiler in the back end of this tournament. Right, time now for the Indian national anthem.
Requesting all those who can stand to please rise for the Indian national anthem.
నేషనల్ యాంథమ్ కోసం అందరూ దయచేసి నించోవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాము. నేషనల్ యాంథమ్ కోసం అందరూ దయచేసి నించోవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాము.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
So here we go. Every evening from now until the end is a big one. The storylines are developing quite drastically as teams try and decide their own fate for a Final Four spot in Season 4 of this incredibly entertaining league. For Calicut, unfortunately, there is no way of them making the Final Four and retaining or regaining the trophy that they won last year. But they're playing for pride, and it was a very, very good performance against the Torpedoes a couple of nights ago. But it's Calicut that won the toss and chose to receive. Their receive is always improving, and Ashwal Rai now playing on the right side, where he's won this title as a middle before. The Calicut hero Santosh is back in. Darusha starts as well. Ashok Bishnoi will start as the right side hitter. Shamim Mudin, a much improved performance. He saw a lot more of the ball from Mohan Ukaprandian in the last game against the Torpedoes. And Vikas Man, he was also part of that championship winning side last season along with Ukra. A very different looking side. Santosh is back in the first six, and there's no DT Bosco, who hasn't really featured for a long time, the Benin boy, because Sonny Joseph has found what looks to be his most complete, compact and stable seven. It's taking him a while to find it. He's had to rummage, but they are improving. Well, their opposition this evening will want to bounce back from what was a poor last outing to the Goa Guardians. They got served off of the court, and now They are led by a new coach, but first we do get to look at the lineups. Pankaj Sharma, former Bengaluru boy, getting captain. Sebastian Gomez improving all the time as an outside, but the pass will have to be better this evening. The service from Calicut hasn't been as aggressive as we've seen from Goa. Ashwell Rai still undecided on the right side. Sometimes he's red hot, sometimes he's struggling for form. Jitin is having a good season as a setter. Mohammed Iqbal, formerly of the Torpedoes as well. And Martin Takavar is in great form, 11 kills and 5 blocks. Nazar Shanazi, the head coach from Iran, formerly part of the Iranian national team setup. There is Pankaj, and next to me I have Manish and Carla. Good evening, team, as we meet the referees, Mr. Shamim on the stand, and the second referee, Parveen Koka. Good evening, Manish Batavia and Carla Borga. How are we?
Very well, all set for a Super Friday here at the RR Kabil Prime Volleyball League, powered by Scapia, two former champions. The inaugural champions Kolkata in what is certainly a must-win game for them against last year's champions Calicut Heroes, who have had an absolute nightmare 2 weeks here. Not a single win, not a single reason to celebrate. And that man will be buzzing as well. The Pankaj Patodia, the owner, the principal owner and the chairman of the Kolkata Thunderbolts. Here we go then. They expect a thrilling 5-setter between these two teams, Kolkata and Calicut. Let's play, says the first ref.
Good evening, Carla.
Good evening. We welcome the first service mistake. We have seen this before.
Didn't take too long this evening, did it? We've had a fair share the last 2 nights. Is it going to be another one of those evenings? Not with the dumpling cookie server, Ukra, serving for the Heroes. He still doesn't... Yeah, all chill, there you go. Right start. Maybe my 3-0 prediction wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, let's wait. Nicely set by Ukra. And well done from Ashok with an archival super spike.
Yeah, Ashok Bishnoi, I suppose showing the team management, the owners, that they need to look at him and think of him as a sure shot pick at the auction next year. Chance now. Not a back piece of defense, or was it? No, just got a hand to it. It was the libero, I think. And Calicut up and away, straight away. Have Kolkata recovered from that 3-0 drubbing in their last game against the Goa Guardians? They were blown away.
Yeah, you never know. That's the one thing, you never know what's going on behind the scenes. All we know is that Calicut Heroes are improving, and they will have more confidence now than when they took to the court against the Torpedoes. Maybe the Thunderbolts have got less confidence, but look at their games. They play bottom of the league tonight. They play Hyderabad Blackhawks to set up what will be an epic last match against the Delhi Toofans. So if you're not ready to bring it tonight, you're never going to be ready to bring it. Tonight is literally the night where they can have everything in their own hands.
Goa were in a similar spot last evening and they made an absolute mess of it. I don't know which Goa turned up, sadly. It's a team that I do have a lot of time for. They had a terrible day at just the wrongest possible time. They didn't have the cushion for the odd loss. Kolkata, I suppose, in a similar position, although they do have 3 games left, including this one. The next one against Hyderabad, and then Delhi Toofans, that last game on the 22nd of October. So all these little pieces are intricately connected, and Kolkata need to put on a super show tonight. They haven't gotten off to a very confident start.
2 missed serves from 2.
50%.
What maths are you doing?
4 points, 2 mistakes.
All right, I was going to say 2 missed serves from 2 serves. Usually equals 100%, but fair enough, I'm with you.
Ashwal can't get it through. I
well, maybe still early days, but I haven't seen that kind of fluidity in Kolkata. Perhaps a touch weighed down by the expectations of this game.
See again, look at Ashwell Rai approach the ball slow and get blocked with a low arm. That is telling me that he's not feeling confident over there. And we spoke about this at length. He's had one world-class performance on the right side. The rest, he's looked tentative.
A new India shot and super blocked that, but what about the top 5 setters in this tournament? Jitin, well, number 1, I'm quite surprised. That's not a bad number for efficiency, is it? Or would you want it to be in the high 60s? A success percentage of 50, close to 55. What's a good number, Carla?
I'm really surprised Jitin is doing it really good. Like now, yes, it needs to be a little higher, but I'm very surprised to see him on position 1.
To answer your question, 100%.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
That's 50, 60
50 is good, eh?
Yeah, it's good. You can only compare it to the people that you're competing against, right?
5-1 then to the Calicut Heroes. They haven't had much to do because a couple of service error freebies from Kolkata. Shot set. Okay, that's not bad. That should get them going. I think it was Mohammad Iqbal, was it? Yep. With that little happy push. Take a look at that.
A little tiki-taka, one hand, the other hand. And almost a good pancake.
I think the Libera's got to see that. Or if you're at your base position defensively and they drop their hand. I'd like my leg to be on that. I reckon Carla, after what we saw in the studio with her defensive... Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that. That was nice.
That was so easy from Shamim. Beautifully set up by Ukra. That's what you want to see more of from the stalwart Ukra Pandians, setting up the ball so well for that man Shamim. They spent 22.5 lakhs for him at the auction. And that RR Kabil super spike from Shamim tells you why they rated him so highly. Perhaps a good player in a team that has lost form.
Yeah, unfortunately, playing middle is a thankless task in this game. So your job, that's maybe a bit more luck than judgment. Your job in that game is to jump for every ball. Every single ball you've got to jump for, even when you know you're not getting it. So it's a thankless task. They carry a lot of weight on their shoulders. They have to do a lot of blocking and not make a lot of blocks. And there's Ashwell taking it a bit higher, by the way. So I just think that spending 22.5 lakh on a middle, I'm not saying he's not amazing at what he does because he is, but I just find it a lot of money for somebody that if you don't pass well, you're not going to get him in the game. And you also have Ukra, who doesn't set the middle as much as other setters in the league. So if you've got a setter who's not going to set him as much either, that's a lot of money. And that's 3 missed serves, by the way. I'd just like to add that in. That was a very long way round to make my point. Sorry.
I saw the Thunderbolts at practice earlier today when they were warming up, and I didn't see anyone smile. I suppose weighed down by how crucial this game is. Great serve! And a service reception. Continues to struggle, although how do you nick that kind of ball? It's so difficult to receive that ball and keep it in play. Fast, flat, well done. A 5-point lead for Calicut as we head into the first Amul Cool technical timeout of the night. Stay tuned.
to lose. And sometimes that is pretty intimidating for the team on the other side of the net. The MVP leaderboard brought to you by NTPC. Joel Benjamin, Jerome beneath Jalen Penrose, Bator Batsuri, Sahil Kumar, who had a very good game yesterday. Well done, Sahil. I thought he was excellent on that right side. Okay. If you are the Calicut Heroes and you're Sonny Joseph, what are you thinking right now? I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, where was this at the beginning of the season? And how come we couldn't play this aggressive or this organised? I think some of it is because it's not how Camille super spine, but he's found his strongest six. And I think he didn't find his strongest six for the first couple.
Take a look at that. Kolkata fans just arriving. I suppose they were missing the energy. So Mr. Patodia ensuring that that cheerleading group is well seated. They've been fed well, they've rested well, because they will need to really pump it up tonight for their team. The players sort of get a lot of energy from the fans. And this place is going to get noisier in a while from now. And you will see that Kolkata will raise their game. The fans are such an important element of this sport and the experience of the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League. 9-4 the score is slowly slipping away because they're making too many errors, Kolkata are.
Could you imagine last night he was in the Hyderabad camp, almost cheering for Hyderabad. And if this result happens and Calicut win, Goa are almost back in it. We'll have to do the maths, but surely that puts them somewhere near it. Delhi have the biggest advantage, I think, with a Calicut win.
Yeah, but Delhi will have to win tonight then.
Yeah. Well, Takamar, we spoke about him. I like him a lot. I want to see him in the game a lot more. I think that's only his 12th kill of the whole campaign, but his scoring rate when he gets set is incredibly high. He just doesn't get a lot of the ball.
Another service error, approaching the half a dozen service error mark in the first set now. It's trailed by 5, and if you don't put the ball in play, you only have yourself to blame.
Should we make a campaign about missing cookie serves?
Free the serves.
Yeah, free the cookie serves.
Free the cookie serves. Yes, they try to put pressure, and what we have seen the last days, as soon as their teams need to win, suddenly they stop serving. And now only chance, desperate wise, super point, asked by Scapia, super point by the Kolkata Thunderbolts.
It's a great serve under that pressure. A fast serve. Ashwell goes with the tip of the hands. And that is probably the first thing to really cheer about for the Thunderbolts this evening. The battle of two former champions. Season 3's champs have the upper hand at the moment, but this Scapia super point off the middle blocker, smart play from Ashwell Rhyme, might just give them hope.
Martin on serve.
It's not a bad serve at all. Lukra with the second touch, and Bisnoy misses. Okay, is the tide turning here in favor of Kolkata? Oops, is he injured? Ashraf, is he all right? I hope he is.
Great serve though, nice swing. Yeah. Looks like the net tape, the ball pushed the net tape and right on his head, his forehead. This is a little ouch.
Okay, Mr. Patodia is up on his feet, and there that means the energy, at least off court, is going to change. And a look now at the net enriched top 5 liberos. I'm not surprised to see Anand right up there. He is certainly one of the best in India. Ramanathan pretty good as well.
I feel like we haven't seen Anand for ages. I feel like it's been weeks. I feel like I've seen my family in the time that we've not seen Anand. Yeah, great player. I mean, Anash hasn't had his best start here in the Calicut jersey. Let's see if he improves a little bit towards the back end of this first set.
The deficit was 5. It's now down to 2. 10-8 the score. Kolkata serving. The last serve was pretty good. But Ashok Bishnoi made a mess of that spike. Not this one. Half a dozen now, surely. 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only really positive thing for the Thunderbolts, is that they've missed so many serves that Calicut probably haven't found as much rhythm as they could have had. So maybe the score's a little bit too complimentary. Maybe it's not. Is that Ukra? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Santosh. It's Santosh. I won't get overexcited on an Ukra block, all right?
What a block that was. That was a smash from Kolkata, and that was denied. New India Assurance super block denies a point to that pipe that came from behind the 3-meter line. Super block this, Santosh.
And as we know, Calicut Heroes have a lot of players who loves the float serve. So it's not about a risky one, it's about a play it in, so they have to play side out.
1v3 goes over. Ukra keeps it in play.
Yes, he can.
And another just tip over that wall. Bang! Still in play. Super defense. That is an incredible piece of defense by Ukra, and yet at Lawrence Long, sadly, stays low. That's what we were talking about in the pre-game show.
That's my guy, Ukra. That is my guy. Sacrificial to the cause all day long, as always.
Being able to get a hand to that incoming Meteor was super ability. Unfortunately, that landed long. 12-9 the score now with Kolkata serving. Martin Takavar. Chance. Ukra. Shabang! And denied! Not tonight, darling. Say Kolkata.
Pankaj with his first block with a new India Assurance block. Well done.
Yeah, great line from Pankaj. I do worry about that from Calicut because the approach to the ball from Santosh was very, very slow. So you're not going to have much pace. You're not going to be able to turn the ball. Needs to be a bit more aggressive on that right side.
Service errors are ensuring that Kolkata throw up those cookies. Their serving confidence is certainly down, Carla, because of those errors.
Yes, as soon as you start just rolling with errors, it's so hard to get back in the game. So at least some serves over the net tape and not right in the middle of the net. So they are keeping somehow alive.
I would keep giving Shamim the ball. He hits 5, he hits 1. I mean, it's a slow running middle, but that's okay. He's turning it and being aggressive.
See the presence of those blockers forced that man to try a different angle. Now, if you're right in the center in the front court, and if the straight line is blocked, you will be forced to go to your left or to your right. And he goes to his right, never an easy angle. Ends up overhitting in that man.
Set point. Who would have predicted this? As we go up to the outside. Oh, that's more what we want from the lip. This Calicut Heroes side have obviously been working some more defense because they are digging a lot more balls than what we saw earlier on in the season. And they're forcing the errors. 15-10 in the Sonny Joseph derby against his former side. He's taken the opening set with the Heroes, a net-enriched super defense. Remember, Sonny Joseph was the coach of this Thunderbolts side in Season 1 when they won the championship. And maybe Sonny is coming back to haunt his former side. At the moment, Bottom of the league, Calicut Heroes. 1-0 they lead the Kolkata Thunderbolts, 15-10 in the opener. Bottom of the league, Calicut Heroes 1-0, 9 unforced errors. Of course, that's where my eyes were going. 9 unforced errors in one set. So the Heroes have only earned 6 of those 15 points. As much as that's a bad thing for the Thunderbolts, if they can tidy that stat up very quickly, it might also be their passage of being back in the game. At least it's clear what's happening for them, KB.
Yeah, big potential. If they would not have those 9 unforced errors, I think they would have win the match, win the set.
That was unbelievable. Meteors just jumped out the way of it to let the ball go out. Let's have a look. Who's just playing at 5? Yeah, he gets himself into the wrong spot defensively. And from the wrong spot, he has to dive out the way of it to let the ball go out. That should have crossed him on the left side, really. Oh dear, Thunderbolts. Oh dear. They're getting haunted by the passing errors of the past. And it's not Kamel Super Spike wrapped up and gifted by Kolkata.
Do you think, Louis, it's about thinking and pressuring themselves that they have to win tonight?
Yes, I think there's one team that look at the league and go, let's just go and have fun, stay relaxed, that one's off the block and out of play. And there's another team that will be feeling pressure from multiple directions in terms of what they have to deliver on this evening. And sometimes expectation is a little bit of a guess you felt that a few times. High performance athlete, incredibly high performance athlete. Sometimes expectation is a killer.
Yes, definitely. Sometimes the mind, it's better to stay out of the match than just thinking too much about everything.
Yeah, that's just my life in general anyway. And I'm low performance, I'm thinking about, that's another cookie. And then, okay. Pankaj doesn't get a timing to play defense because he doesn't know what the block's doing.
Well, from what we've seen so far in this game, a set and a bit more, is that Calicut are playing like Kolkata of the old and Kolkata are playing like the Calicut of the old. Make what you want of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you put the Thunderbolts last 4 set performances together, it's been pretty horrific, isn't it? The 3-set loss against Goa was poor. This is poor. So for 4 sets, almost 5 sets in a row now, they've struggled. And again, Ashmal Rai, it's not aggressive enough. It's low, it's slow, and it's not working again. It worked once though.
Right, 4-1 in the second set. Calicut lead by a set. Kolkata still haven't arrived. And those freebies might perhaps pave the way for a Kolkata comeback. And Calicut have to be wary if they have to win this one. They cannot switch off. They cannot drop their intensity. They can't lose their focus because Kolkata have the ability to suddenly rev things up and show you a different gear. That man is part of that potential plan to strike a comeback. Rahul K, big serving player. We haven't seen the best of him so far, but maybe tonight's his night. Great serve once again! Poor reception too. Is at the start of Kolkata's comeback in this game. Rahul K gives it the rip.
Perfectly speeded up his arm, and somebody seems like a little too surprised of this fast service.
That's the Rahul K I remember from season 2. Hello, bud. This is exactly the guy. He put teams away with that jump serve.
Right, a repeat of that save against the Sri Lankan, the number 5.
Hits the ball, you need to stand. No more movement.
6-5 then. The problem with teams like Calicut Heroes is that the opponent can just weather the initial storm, the early euphoria that Calicut showed, and at some point they will show those frailties, those weaknesses. Will that happen to Calicut tonight? Was that first set euphoria and aberration and exception a fluke? We'll know in the next few minutes. Calicut have started to show some chinks. Now it's up to Kolkata to expose them and take full advantage.
Yeah, I mean, that's a softer serve from Ashmal Rai. But it did get him in system. He's a happier man nowadays. If they could go 8-5, add a more cool technical timeout, which they can't, they'll be over the moon. They have to. I'm okay with them keeping their aggression. What I don't want to see is them to get tentative and slow with the arms and start tipping more and stuff like that.
Kolkata wants it so much, you just could have seen they're sticking together, they're fighting, they're really trying hard.
But we've seen that in other evenings, haven't we? The harder you try, the more you tense up, and then the more errors that you make. Too many errors still. We got to your more called technical timeout, and it's 8-6 to the Heroes. Well, your more cool emerging player nominee, where you have to be under 25 and anyone?
You have to be uncapped.
Ah, for?
India.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. News to me.
Any of these players could play for India. All of them good enough to represent the country at the highest level. Ashok Bishnoi as well.
Yeah. Although, he's going to have to work on that defense a little bit. The last point we saw. Attacking, he's been very, very good, hasn't he? He's not quite filled the role of Jerome that he left last year, but that's almost impossible. But it is someone who could have a very good career if he sticks at it and works hard.
Just wondering how Calicut are looking at this game. Are they already thinking of some big-ticket reforms to their lineup for next season? Are they looking at future leadership as well? I wonder what's on their mind.
You know what I'd do? I would be in meetings already, trying to figure out what this team looks like next year, what it looks like in 2 years and 3 years' time, and start building towards 2 and 3 years, and the players that you want to retain at the right age. And Ashton's maybe one of those, but do you think he's going to help you next year with the league, or do you think you need to go and get a Jalen Penrose in that position? Because at the moment, if you look at their overseas players, Purusha, he's been good, but he hasn't been someone we've talked about at length. And Bosco hasn't really done anything.
Great block from Shamim there. Well, he's justifying his price tag by blocking incoming asteroids like that. That is a brave block, a new India shot and super block from Shamim. Denies Rahul K. Was not a bad attacker at all. Just couldn't find a way to get that ball past Shamim. Then 10-7 to Calicut.
Oh, more blocking in the middle. More blocking in the middle. Who are this team in red? And what have you done with the Calicut Heroes? This is a different side at the moment. Shamim. Get up there, Fingal. Oh, hang on a minute. Carla Morgan's in the commentary box, pretending to be Shamim with her blocking hands.
He's really good penetrating his hands, so he's really, it doesn't look super, but he's there with his hands and he's blocking really great.
Top 5 servers, Bank of Baroda. Rohit Yadav has served wonderfully, but Goa have struggled, although a loss for the Thunderbolts tonight. Could see them back in. Taran Gowda, he's improving all the time at 5, and then in between, Abhinav Salah, blocking well, serving well. I've liked Abhinav. Oh! And there's the new India Assurance top 5 blockers led by Prince. Favourite Prince song?
I'll tell you on the morning of the night of the finals. Okay, so the blockers list led by a Guardian, the servers list led by a Guardian, and yet the team has struggled. It means that they have struggled to kill the big moments in their favour.
Yeah, a little bit in the past, actually, looking at the stats earlier, and especially attacking efficiency is low. Their attacking efficiency is less than Calicut's. Let's put it that way. So the bottom place ranked side in the team, ranked side in the league, Goa's attacking efficiency not quite there, but this man's is. It's an RR Kabir super spike.
11-8 then. Calicut 4 away from going up 2-0. They won the first set comfortably. Kolkata are doing better, but Calicut holding their own in the second set as well. I'm happy to see them staying intense, and they haven't really dropped their level too much.
Look at Shamim here, over the middle. So he sees there are 2 blockers, there's no way to get through. So he just keeps it up, his wrist. Really lovely played.
You can tell that it's a slow run middle because it has Ashwal Rai has time to cut in and help.
Kolkata have called for a super point. This one is worth 2. Here we go then, and they have it. So 12-10 then. The deficit has come down from 4 to 2, 12-10. Still trailing Kolkata, but they've kept themselves in the set by winning that KPI Super Point.
We also saw Sonny Joseph a minute ago crack his first smile of the season. And I think that's because he's up against the Thunderbolts and he's desperate to get a victory tonight.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't stick with him in Season 2 after he won them the title. That's something I think teams must think about.
It's his decision as well, I think.
I suppose so, yeah, true. But sometimes when something's working, you as a team owner, you figure a way to keep the group intact, right? Big serve, great serve, but then Shamim shimmies in with that winner. That is an incredible hit. That man has shown red hot form tonight. Mohammad Shamimuddin with that RR Kabil super spike.
Just keep feeding him. We said this in the first set. Just keep giving him the ball. If the ball's there and the pass is there, give it to him.
2 away now. Chance. Ashwal, B1, kept it in play. Should have hit that hard. Ashwal, Calicut. Oh, triple block. Beauty. Ashwal, if he can't spike through, he will block you. He's got it all, Ashwal Rai.
Ashwal is really important for the team, blocking wise and also in attacking. He needs to get feeded even more, maybe a little higher, that he can reach out his height. Let's go, Kolkata.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to be a bit higher, but I also think he needs to be a bit more aggressive in his own cycling. As set point comes up, another miss serve. This was not part of the script. 9 missed serves in the first 2 sets, and not ideal if you're a Thunderbolt.
3 set points to go 2-0 up. Is a writing on the wall, or can Kolkata strike back? Safir certainly wants it to be a 3-0 finish. Safir, the proud owner of the Calicut Heroes, good man as well, always smiling. Defending last year's champions. Pankaj, where's that lob? Just outside. And Kolkata want to challenge it. To me, that looks long as well. If that review is unsuccessful, Calicut will go 2-0 up. A reluctant call by the coach, or was it? Because Pankaj wanted to call for it straight away. Are they reviewing it? Yes, no? Block touch or not? What do you want? Make up your mind.
Time is over.
Before time lapses.
10 seconds over.
If there's any indication that whatever you're going to challenge...
It's over, it's over. They've chosen not to review. Time has lapsed. It doesn't matter whether it was in or out. The first call was out. And Safir can dance and smile and celebrate. Let's confirm. That landed long for sure. So unless there was a block touch out, well, it is the end of the set. Anyway, it's been called, so... Safir loves it. The other owners as well. The Red Army finally has a reason to smile, and will they have a 3-0 tonight? We'll find out. The first 2 sets to the Calicut Heroes. Back in just a bit with set number 3 on Sony and YouTube. Stay tuned, please. Thank you.
maybe some people predicted at the start of this game, because Calicut have got their second point of the season, winning 2 sets here, and the unforced error count 14 in 2 sets. Happy birthday, Calicut Heroes. Love from the Kolkata Thunderbolts.
Do it for the Red Army, Calicut. Do it for the Red Army. The passionate fans that in the last 3 seasons have turned up. They got their goal dust moment last year in the finals. They won the trophy. While this has been a horrid campaign for them, they want to end it with 2 wins. Tonight could be one of those 2. They've certainly looked the better team. Kolkata not switched on enough. Shamim has been the star for Calicut tonight. And the others have chipped in as well. One of those is Ashok Bishnoi, the number 7.
If you would have said, KB, the first night we were here, after watching the Heroes lose, then when we watched them play against Mumbai and Delhi, it's a Netamuk-Shupa defense. Would you have believed anyone saying this season that Calicut Heroes have been the better side? They've improved massively the last 2 games. Some people were saying they were the better side against the Torpedoes as well.
They would have deserved to win, actually, against the Torpedoes. They played better in my eyes, in my opinion. They're doing it well. They are blocking, serving. They're there. They want to win.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Is this the best blocking performance of the season?
Yes, it could be. Match that with a poor setting and hitting performance of the season. New India Assurance Super Block. Those 2 things together, I think there's been a lot of dumb swings. And I don't mean that they're dumb, I'm just saying that what we have in when I'm especially coaching the sport is if you hit the ball straight in the block, it's not the smartest thing you can do.
It's all right. Mindless swings for sure. But there wasn't much thought put into where those balls were going in. And the Calicut Heroes are now looking to run away. 3-0 the score in this set. 3-0 is what they wanted at the end of the 3rd set. The straight sentiment against the Kolkata Thunderbolts completely changes the equation of that mid-table muddle on the points table.
Yeah, Mr. Torpedoes pacing up and down out there. And that must be a tough feeling for him. Oh, a little dumpling serve from Ukra. Ukra, get down there! Get down on it, Ukra!
An angry slap that from Ashwal Rai. He is frustrated, isn't he, Ashwal? What does he need to do to get this team back on track? A lot more of that, I'm sure.
It's exactly what you see. It's a T-Rex arm from the dinosaur. You know, if you cannot reach high and you have your arm just right under your shoulder, it's a T-Rex.
Can you please do that again? People at home can't see Carla Brooker
Ah,
right now.
damn, I thought we were on TV.
But she is doing her best T-Rex impression.
Number 10, service error number 10. That is what has ailed the Kolkata Thunderbolts, and I'm sure Mr. Patolia is not a happy man. He'll probably keep waving that Kele Bangla, Jeetbe Bangla flag, but this is a disappointing performance from the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, you have to wonder where it's come from, but I'd say the setting again is a little bit out. Like that ball is not there. Like that's Ashwal Rai doing something with it. The previous ball wasn't there. The ball to Raul Kane wasn't there. So that's 3 in a row that I can just think of. That's too tight. He's done well just to wipe off. That's when you'll see the tip the most, is when the ball's tight.
4-2 then to the Calicut Heroes in set number 3. Kolkata, with those errors, have made life much easier for Calicut tonight. Another cookie serve. Ukra sets it for who? For Bishnoi, who has been blocked. Pankaj, that one-man wall denies Bishnoi. That lands right into that yellow area. Super block that. A thumbs up from the boss, the principal owner, for that new India Assurance super block from Pankaj Sharma.
And just little things like take it for yourself, and get some more confident in this. So hopefully little things are coming up for the Thunderbolts. Get any chance of winning this one.
That's another cookie serve. They're going to come again. Oh, bounce. And, well, Pankaj says no. Chennai says, let's have a look.
That's landed in for sure. I saw it. I'll be very surprised if that's landed outside on the
Review
review.
taken
Oh,
by
really? Do you want to go down and
Kolkata.
tell everybody?
Ball.
It's too late now. I won't reach there in time. They're far high up. We've got a bird's eye view from the commentary box.
Do you reckon me and Carla could throw you down there? That would save some time.
I need a cable car straight to Shehnazi. I told you. I told you.
The eagle eye.
Wasted. Review wasted. A review that was born out of frustration has been wasted now. This, who knows if Kolkata make a comeback, if this goes to set 5, these reviews could be important. Now only 2 remaining, the mutual fund Sahiya reviews. Here we go then, 5-3 to Calicut. Antenna to antenna, a push. Ukra keeps it in play just about. No! There was nobody to take that ball back.
Ukra? Keep trying, big dog. Keep trying. There's more digs for you in this game. Let's have a look. Where is he? Oh, yeah, he's low. Oh, he gets underneath it. He gets underneath it, Ukra. You gotta love it.
To me, that looked like slow motion even in real time.
Well, careful. My guy, you know, playing back there. Yeah, I agree.
Ukra. Shabang! Shamim! Was it Shamim? No. I'm seeing Shamim everywhere. Darmusha Chamara, the Sri Lankan.
Look at this.
Beautiful hit.
Look at this angle. He's turning in the air. Our couple super spike. Wow. In the 3-meter zone.
He's definitely a wrist away guy, isn't he? So the best thing you can do is put a nice big cross-court block on him and see if he hits the line. If he likes coming that way. Oh, that's an absolute rip! Oh my days! The Heroes once again are 3 up early in descent. That man loves it, rightfully so. That man loves it, rightfully so. He doesn't smile much, Sonny Joseph, but we know he'll be happy.
That was a rocket from Ashok Bishnoi. And there was no chance of keeping that ball in play. Everyone fails to pass against such serves. Bishnoi, can he deliver another such missile? Does he go straight to Rahul? Where did that land? Where did that land? Just outside. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
Yeah. They have to go for it still. I'm just looking at the Thunderbolts. They lost to the Torpedoes, not their best performance. They beat Kochi, not bad. They were brilliant against Chennai. So earlier on, we were all sat here and we said, Calicut, Hyderabad and Kolkata were the bottom 3 of the group. We made that call. We made that call really early, didn't we? And then they put in that performance against Chennai. They blitzed Chennai. And all of a sudden we thought, okay, they could be a qualifying team. But since then, the last 2 performances have shown us nothing about being a top 4 team.
And it's not a bad team at all. This team has so much talent. Pankaj, one of them. So it's just about form, I suppose. It's nothing to do with personnel. That's good as well from the Kasman.
Ukra, that was all you, buddy. Let's have a look at it. This is where he loves it, just flaring it. He doesn't want to move his feet. It doesn't matter. He'll just get the ball in the right spot. And it's 8-6. Again, it's the Amorkal technical timeout with the Heroes leading 2-0 and by 2. backers, the RR Kabil. Drone beneath in a struggling Chennai team, still leading the way, guys, and that just shows what a class act he is in this league. Well, the service incoming again. They've served better, the Heroes. And Ashwell, who we've always spoke about, struggles to hit the line on that right side, is struggling again, leading. They're going to go for another review.
Review taken by Kolkata Thunderbolts.
Kolkata is going for a net fault of the Calicut Heroes.
I guess you've got to use them, haven't you? I mean, you may as well lose 3-0 having used your reviews. And if they do get this back, well then, they're going to have to go without reviews. That wasn't... There was no foot fault there. I don't think there was a touch. Net touch? Touch of the block? No? Red Army making some noise down there. Well, let's have a look. We saw nothing wrong. Unsuccessful. That's another one down.
At least a little time to breathe, to get a pause.
I don't think Ashwell will be happy with that. I don't think he wanted to review it. The coach.
That's a great pass. That was as good a serve as we've had today. And Santosh, Kabil, super spike. That's why I love Santosh. Hits the cross. Oh, you block cross court. I'll just slide one over the left shoulder. No problem. And this is why I could not believe he was on the bench early on in this season. He's made the last 2 finals. He won this 2 years ago. Last year he played for Delhi and he was one of their star performers.
The block's working as well. Ukra and Shamim combining that deadly duo. Denies Kolkata. And they now lead by 4 in the third set. Calicut has perhaps the best fans in the country. By a country mile.
Yeah, we've seen it. Heard it. They haven't had much to cheer this year. But now, surely they're going to take their first win of the season. They've got themselves another point. It is a little bit too late, but let's see if they can seal the deal. Inside out, they've held their nerve. Maybe that performance against the Torpedoes gave them the confidence that they can hang. And once you have the confidence that you can hang, it's only a matter of time before you get over the line yourself. Okay. Escaping super point called by the Thunderbolts. The Heroes haven't called for one all game. Oh, hello. Hello.
Same story as the last set. At 12-8, Kolkata called for it. They brought the deficit down to 2. Calicut yet to call for a super point in this game. That's KPR super point going Kolkata's way. Just gets that touch off Santosh's left hand and very intelligently hit that. You can't find a way, get that block touch error. 12-10.
Anyone else find it weird that Sonny Joseph hasn't called a super point all night?
He hasn't needed to.
I know, but there's been plenty of time over the last 3 seasons when he's called a super point and he hasn't needed to. He just loves calling him. I think he loves the buzzer.
Yep, tonight he hasn't really needed. Tonight can be described as sunny side up.
Yeah. That was.
There we go then. Block was there. Come again. Kolkata say Calicut. This time there are 3. And there's protection in the back, but the whistle came off, and I think there was an error, a net touch, I think. And now Calicut want to review it straight away. They reckon it wasn't them, it was Kolkata's net touch. Okay, here we go.
Review taken by Calicut. Net touch. First one, net touch.
Sunny.
One so true.
We love you.
We do love Sunny. We do. And we're happy if he's successful in terms of this game this evening. It's been a tough start. We love Pankaj too, though. Let's have a look. Net touch? Anyone's shirt? Oh. Oh, wow. I don't see a net touch. Are my eyes letting me down again? This time? Oh, maybe there's one there. The second phase. What are they cheering for? I have no idea. There's no net touch there, so that's why they're cheering. There's a net touch here, maybe. Shamim, no?
There it is. Everything going Calicut's way. And Kolkata don't know where to look.
If Sonny Joseph looked at me like that, I would reverse the decision regardless. I'll just let Sonny have the point. Manish? Where have you gone, Manish?
I'm right here next to you. I wish I was in that box that you will see. Ah, there it is. The RR Kabil VIP box. Our friends, our special friends, seated there comfortably, saying hello to the camera. And another error. In one moment describes why Kolkata are on the verge of losing. A dozen service errors, would you believe it? In what is a must-win game for the Thunderbolts. So many blunders from the Thunderbolts. This is beyond me, really. 14-11 now. 3 match points to the Calicut Heroes with their superstar. Player of the match, Shamim, set to serve. Oh, anti-climax. Put the ball in play, Mr. Shamim.
Well, timeout taken from the Heroes on match point. Will they see it over the line? You'd think so. Well, the net image top 5, the Libros on positive reception. Do they pass the ball into an area where the centre has all options available? Yes, Anand does, 66.7% of the time. Ramanathan also does a very high percentage. And next up, the Delhi Toofans, who will be watching this going, we still have a chance here against the Chennai Blitz, who will be watching this saying, we still have a chance here, because everyone else letting games drop.
Saklin Tariq versus Jerome Mini. That clash north versus south. It's a super show tonight. Right after this, 2 more set points. Match points, rather. It's done. That is how it had to end. Calicut win their first game in Season 4. And this loss could cost Kolkata a spot in the semis. But the Heroes can finally smile, a huge sigh of relief. For the champions of last season, the Calicut Heroes, the sun finally shines on them. The Sonny Joseph will be mightily relieved with this result. They look so switched on with the attack and the defense. the Kolkata Thunderbolts have been stunned tonight. Kolkata losing their service form. Shanazi, that look on his face tells you the story of the game. A forlorn look on the face of the coach. Smiles and high fives and hugs galore for the Calicut Heroes. They end up winning their first game. There is light at the end of the tunnel. They may not be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but they can smile. They've given themselves and the fans something to celebrate, something to smile about, the Calicut Heroes. This one they did for their fans. And the man that did the job for them was Shamimuddin. Mr. Patodia, not a happy man, clearly. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and today I'm sure he'll doff his hat off to the Calicut Heroes. And service error number 13, helping Calicut go past that finish line for the first time. And can you believe it? A straight sets win. Who would have thought except Louilet?
Wow! Who predicts bottom of the table winning 3-0 against top 4 contenders? Who would ever have thought that, KB? Who would have predicted that?
We predicted a win for the Calicut Heroes.
Unbelievable. And always expect the unexpected, so we're predicting the unexpected. But the stats also back it up as well. A fine performance. Well done, Calicut. You have had a tough time. Much better against the Torpedoes. You got yourself a point. And this evening, you got yourself all 3. 15-10, 15-11. And then the last set comfortable as well. 3-0 to the Heroes against the Thunderbolts, and that's put a big dent in the Thunderbolts' final 4 hopes in this campaign.
Welcome back to the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League powered by Scapia, where Calicut Heroes have handed out a 3-0 thrashing to the Kolkata Thunderbolts in what the Kolkata fans would construe as a shock result. It was Calicut Heroes all along right from the get-go, showing remarkable impetus in result. It was Calicut Heroes all along right from the get-go, showing remarkable impetus in a game that was pretty much nothing to lose for them, having won each of their 5 opening games. But for Kolkata, on the other hand, this game mattered a great deal, given that a victory here would have fortified their quest for a top 4 spot. But it was Shamim, along with the likes of Tarusha Chamat and Santosh, who delivered one bolt after another from the blue for the Thunderbolts. And Calicut Heroes continued to rack up the points because each of their players came to the fore. Given that they were playing for pride, there was much to perform and very little to lose, and eventually it was this unforced error, the 13th service error from Kolkata, that handed Calicut their first victory of the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League Season 4. And Safir was indeed a happy man. Success hasn't been easy to come by this season. And so it has been a case of clutching at the straws. And Calicut Heroes, after an improved showing in the previous encounter, have managed to convert potential into performance. The match stats will reveal as much. Calicut Heroes were superlative on the blocking front, thanks mainly to the likes of Bishnoy and Shamimuddin, whereas Kolkata manages 3 blocks. And look at the unforced errors column, where Kolkata made as many as twice the number of errors that Calicut Heroes managed, and that eventually led to their undoing. Well, as far as the points table is concerned, Calicut now have 4 points, as many as Kochi. Kolkata Thunderbolts are stuck on 8 with 6 points, and now their quest for the top 4 spot looks that much more difficult. But each of them still have games to contend with. But for the moment, we have a presentation ceremony to go to. Take it away, Sarthak.
The defending champions really needed a turnaround, and they have turned it around today, winning in straight sets courtesy some exquisite play. In the presentation party today, to my right, I have representing RR Kabul, Mr. Tejaram Chaudhary, a proud customer of Scapia, Mr. Ali Sagar. And we thank our sponsors at the outset: RR Kabul, Scapia, New India Assurance, NTPC, Bank of Baroda, Amul, Mutual Fund Sahi Hai, Red Bull, Cello, Costco, Net Enrich, Eakin by Paragon. We're going to start with the Scapia game changer of the match. How good has Shamimuddin been throughout Season 4? He changed the game once again with his incredible blocks and delivered across that court today. Well done, Shamim. Another great day at work for this man. And now for the RR Kabul player of the match. Come on in, the captain, Mohan Okrapandian. Rock solid performance from the man. Not easy when your team is looking to open their account, having lost all of their previous matches. The ice cool composure was visible, and such a good performance today, Mohan.
Thank you, thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel great because after very long, maybe last season finals we won against Delhi. After that we are winning. It's a good thing because it comes late, but we were well organized right now. Maybe if we had done before matches very well, results would have been changed.
Yeah. And what do you think didn't really go your way in those previous 5? You said it was all leading up to this win. What could have been better?
No, that's what I'm telling you. These kind of point system, it can change anything, any moment. So it was not happening in our side from the beginning of the match, from the first matches. But I need to thank the supporters, our fans, for Calicut Heroes and the management. Whenever we are down, whenever we are losing regularly matches, but the management is supporting very well. And they are telling no need of worry about the loss or win. You just try your best. That's why we had better performance today. And even our coach and the supporting staff, of even my players also having that willing to win, because we were continuously lost five matches. So winning on after losing 5 minutes is a very great thing for the team.
Of course it is. And what a performance. Straight sets win. Well done. Congratulations, Ward. Thank you for your time. And win or loss, indeed, the Calicut Heroes receive a lot of support. For now, I'm sending it back to our commentators.
Well, thank you very much for that. And Mohan Ugrapandian, who was deservedly the RR Kabul player of the match, one of India's finest ever setters, putting in an absolute cracker of a showing. And he did concede that had things gone right for Calicut earlier in the season, had the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle fallen in place, then maybe, just maybe, they would have had a better time of season 4. However, things have finally fallen together for the defending champions. And it wasn't just Mohan Ugrapandian who set the ball rolling. It was also the Indian Air Force man, Shamimuddin from Kerala, who was the Scapia game changer of the match. His incisive blocks was a clear and present danger for Bengaluru Torpedoes in the previous encounter. And on this occasion, he managed quite a few attacks, while also providing a formidable block or two. And Shami managed well over 10 points to ensure a game-changer performance. Decision-making is such a critical component of the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League. And we saw our mutual funds Sahi Hai moment in the third set when Shamimuddin produced a delectable block. I didn't do too much by way of thrusting or parrying the ball forward, but just stuck his hands out. And the momentum from the spike did the rest. Well, that's not all we have for today, because coming up next is match number 26, and the Delhi Toofans and Chennai Blitz take on each other in an impressive, important encounter. Stay tuned.
Go on, Calicut, celebrate well into the night. There is something to celebrate. Maybe not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but Safir and his fellows and the other Red Army passionate supporters can dance in delirium as the Heroes have delivered their first win after 5 heartbreaking losses. And that's exactly where their campaign's going. At least the mood is for sure. The Calicut Heroes win their first game after 2 weeks of disappointment. A win followed by 5 losses. Everyone predicted a 3-0 win for Calicut. Was that fluke or was that belief?
Good question.
And the answer is?
I think they're getting better. I think the last 2 games they've come up against the poorest Bengaluru that we've seen. And tonight a really poor performance. 19 errors.
Yeah.
We just saw that. 19 errors.
Yeah.
So they scored 45, 3 sets to 15. Yeah. But you basically take 26 of those.
Right, we will talk about what Kolkata did wrong, but we've got to doff our hats off to how well Calicut played tonight with their serves, with the attack. The blocks were there as well, so full credit to the Heroes.
As well, yes. They were still keeping up, feeding the middle.
Yep.
It worked pretty well. Shamim, outstanding again in his blocking. And yeah, they're playing cookies over the net, but still at least they don't do so many unforced errors.
Right, well, what has this result done to the points table now? Delhi will be very happy. Chennai will be very happy. Goa perhaps dreaming again after this Kolkata Thunderbolts loss, because look where they find themselves after 5 games at number 8. I'm very happy for Calicut. They won this game 3-0, and that gives them 3 points, which takes their tally to 4 points. They wouldn't want to finish at the number 10. Now Kolkata have just 2 league games left with a -3 set difference. And guess who they play in the next 2 games? They play the Hyderabad Blackhawks, who are higher than Kolkata, and then they play the very dangerous Delhi Toofans. So it looks like Kolkata find themselves exactly where Goa found themselves after last night's loss. Louis, this loss could cost them a spot in the semi-finals. What a terrible time to lose a game.
Terrible time to lose a game against the team that you should have beaten on form and paper. They didn't turn up, and that is a really bad evening to not turn up on. I mean, to see Hyderabad as high up the list as they are at the moment, I just looked and had to do a double take because I was, hang on, Hyderabad are all of a sudden in with a chance as well. I think they've just put themselves in great danger. Delhi, I mean, you look at the table and it's so tough for Delhi not to qualify now, isn't it? They've got a game in hand. They're already sort of, what was it, 5th? And they're right there.
You know, it's the serves that often perhaps seal the fate of a team, for good or bad. We've seen Bengaluru struggle. We've seen some poor serves from Goa last night, and we saw the same from the Kolkata Thunderbolts. As many as 13. It was frustrating even for us sitting in the commentary box. What was happening with their serves? And they weren't close at all. They were landing long by a mile.
Yeah, and that's if you see what kind of mistakes they do. So they go full risk, which is fine, but it's right in the middle of the net. So you cannot even say that they tried to search a long service. So it's about the mistakes and it's a mental thing. It's not about the technique, or it's a mental thing. They feel pressure and they cannot come out of this.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Imagine if I go back and I miss my serve, and then you're next, and you miss your serve. The pressure that then comes onto Carla just goes up and up and up. If I go back and I serve really well, you go back and think, oh, we got this, no problem. So it's one of those, and that's what we saw with the Torpedoes the other night. But the good news with the Torpedoes, it's working 4 times out of 5, or it's working 3 times out of 4, and then they have the odd night off. Not so much tonight.
Now, a rookie question, perhaps in the minds of those who are watching volleyball for the first time, they might think that a team tries to serve big because they perhaps don't trust their defense as much. I mean, Kolkata's defense was also not great tonight. So is that one reason why they continue to want to serve big?
You need to pressure the opponent. And as soon as you have Ukra with a good ball at his hand, he plays so fast, so you need to pressure them. And you know, Manisha, it's like having a backpack. And all the time you're putting stones in. So every mistake you do, unforced error, it's more stones, it's getting heavier. This exactly happened to the last 3 days to all the teams. It's then mentally so tough to get out of this, and you're doing more and more mistakes.
And a defense that keeps leaking points like that tells you that the team is not very high on confidence. This is a very poor defensive show.
Yeah, when your backpack gets heavy with stones, your movements get slower. And sometimes I think They were so well organised, and this is what I don't understand. Against Chennai, we walked off saying their block defence was incredible on that night. They were organised, they were moving together. It looked like whatever they've been working in training, they'd done their homework. And then tonight, it just looks so slow. No cover, no sort of, if you have a block, somebody has to, and the block doesn't close, somebody has to sit in between the block. And we're not seeing that. If the ball hits the block, there has to be people covering around it. And we're not seeing that. So, I don't know. There must be something bigger happening in the background. I don't know.
While Louis Lett shows us the traffic policeman in him, we've got to talk about Mohammad Shamimuddin, who has the whole world doing this. It was so good. Well done, Shamim bhai. Shamim, star of the show tonight.
Yes, again and again, all over. He doesn't look spectacular, but he's like there with his hands, and he's doing it so well.
Yeah.
And he's really, I think, underestimated.
I know how that feels.
No, he's there. He's like really, again with my hands, like he's there with his hand, like pushing it on the other side. And I don't know how many blocks again he gained today.
Yep.
And he's doing it super well.
I think he looks very handsome, very beautiful. But I agree. We said he had to feed him, didn't he? We said, can he feed him more? Can he get him in the game? Ukra's not usually much of a middleman.
Yeah.
We saw that last year, but he's really trying to force him into the game. And his blocking's absolutely superb. Yeah. Like those sorts of plays, that's what we want to see. That ball doesn't necessarily look like it goes to the middle, but then he forces it and he gets some free room. Shamim, very, very good.
Justifying that 22.5 lakh rupee price tag at the auction, I'm sure he'll be pleased with his own individual show and the fact that the team is in a happy space as well. Now, an attacker does well when the setter offers pretty good balls, and you've got to give credit. Finally, in the pre-show we spoke about Ukra as captain, as setter in his report card. This one certainly sort of ups his rating a little bit. Today he showed us why he is one of the finest in India as a setter. Ukra Pandyan, happy as well as a captain.
Yeah, I agree. He was good today. I mean, that is an unbelievable block. He's not the biggest, so he has to get himself in the right spot. I mean, ideally, we see setters who jump set, who throw themselves around with speed, and he doesn't do that, but he is starting to run the game better. And what I like about him, he has the ability that nobody else has in this league, I don't think, from India, to use the middle in situations where nobody thinks the middle is coming.
Yeah.
That's his sort of superpower.
Yeah.
That ball's sort of 3 meters off the net, he'll find you, but
You also need the middle to go, to trust.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of middles not doing, like running, what you have been explaining. Yeah. You need to show all the time whether you get the ball or not. You have to be there as a middle, and this works perfectly.
Do you know what I like the most?
No.
He was diving everywhere for the ball. That's what we like. That's the best Ukra.
On this show as well, we trust our middle, Carla Borger, and we can ask her whatever we want. And I'd like to know your views on the psychological zone in which Calicut entered this game. Nothing to lose, no fear. You back yourself, the cobwebs are gone, and suddenly you play to your potential. Is that what happened with the Calicut Heroes tonight?
Yes, tonight, especially they practiced already the game against the Torpedoes because they were the better team and they were there to win and they didn't. So they were thinking the fifth, oh wow, now suddenly, oh, we are here, we can win this. So this was just a mind game, and now they performed.
I mean, I think they've been operating on the fly a little bit too, right? Yeah. So DT Bosco's obviously either injured or he's not up to the sort of level that Sonny Joseph and the Heroes would have wanted him. So in those first few games, they're sort of looking at the team and going, okay, this is what we've brought, we probably need to play it. And then they've gone away and gone, actually, we probably need to change this. So I don't think we've seen them play their first six or their first seven, their strongest seven, until the last two games where they've eventually figured it out.
Yep. Expect more of the same from the Calicut Heroes because they play their last league game before they bow out of this tournament. They're certainly not qualifying, sadly, only 4 points on the points table. They played their last game against the Kochi Blue Spikers, who haven't had a great time. So who knows, two teams, nothing to lose, might give us an absolute cracker.
Yeah, I'll probably get I'll probably predict it right, won't I?
Yeah. By the way, you can expect a call from a certain somebody, and I suppose the only two words you can say in response is nothing personal.
Nothing.
Hashtag.
Nothing.
Hashtag.
Nothing's personal. Nothing is personal.
I
just call it as I see it. That is all we're here to do.
That's what we're paid for.
T-Rex.
And KB's T-Rex on air earlier on. This is what she was. You didn't see it, but this is what she was doing. Pure T-Rex magic. We've lost Manish. He's gone. That's what he has to put up with.
I'm having to work with these two mad people. There's a crazy game coming up for all of you on this Friday night. It's the battle between the North and the South. The Toofans, led by Saklin Tariq, and the Jawbaz Chennai Blitz in action. That's coming up on the other side of the break. Stay tuned. We'll talk more about that. Two very promising teams, two very attractive teams in action tonight to make your Friday night full of thrills. It's the Delhi Toofans versus the Chennai Blitz. That's match number 26. That's coming up live in just a bit. We've got a change in personnel in the studio. Louis had to take a barrage of calls from a few Kolkata fans because he predicted the Calicut win, which turned out to be the case. Now, a Kolkata loss means a little more hope for the Delhi Toofans, more so for the Chennai Blitz, and therefore we've got the unofficial brand ambassador of the Chennai Blitz in the house.
Got up.
You happy
Yeah.
with that result?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a result that will definitely have pleased a lot of these contenders because the race for the top 4 spots is really hotting up.
Yep.
And Chennai Blitz now seriously are in with a chance. It's a good thing they don't have too much of a break after that buoyant win against the Ahmedabad defenders.
Yep.
They're coming on the heels of that momentum surge.
Yep.
So expect the best.
Right, they've beaten Kochi, they've beaten Goa, and they've beaten the Ahmedabad defenders. 2 losses sandwiched in between those three wins, and this is where they find themselves on the points table. The Chennai Blitz, Jerome Vinit, clearly their big star. Now they may be at number 7 on the points table. They've got 2 more games to go, but they've got to win these 2 in straight sets, all 3-1. Now that will give them 6 more points, 12 points, perhaps maybe an outside chance, but that's their best bet.